Okay, so we're going to go through the numpy functions exercise in week 0. So basically what this is just showing, it was just showing that you can, you don't have to make every function like sine and tan and stuff. They'd be very difficult to make on your own. So they've actually been pre-made for you in numpy. So to do this though, the exercise he asked us to do is we have to make, we'll write a program to plot the sine, the cosine, and the tangent of x as a function of x for x in the range minus pi to pi. So we're going to go try and use your x spacing there. So your 2 pi over 999. That was perfect. So what I just pasted in there was, instead of just making one x value and y value, we're doing 3 different graphs. So if we're going to have 3 different sets of y values. So sine, cosine, and tan. So we're just going to make them all arrays with 1,000 zeros in them. And so the first one we're going to do for the x values. So for I in range len x values, we'll just say, or len x vals. X vals is equal to minus pi. Oh, there we go. That was one of the problems actually that I spotted. My bad. So it's np.pi, because pi actually isn't just there on its own, because pi could be just another variable or something, so you have to put the np before it. Minus np pi plus I times x spacing. And it's x vals I as well. Sorry. So that basically just gives us minus pi to pi in 1,000 different points. So for each of the y values then, so for, let's say just for sine, for I in range, we'll say len sine. We put in the colon, so forget about that. Sine I, it's got to be equal to np dot sine. Oh. And then for this one, we're going to use x vals I. I'm going to do the same for cosine. np dot cos. So you have to put the np beforehand. As well as I. Tan. I was confused when he said tangent as well. np dot tan x vals I. Then we have to plot it, so we're going to do plt.plot x vals sine. Make that a line, so we're going to go okay. I'm not sure if he made this already when we made it before. So I'm going to make one for each. Sine. Make this a different color. I'm trying to think of how to do that. It's b dash. We'll see how it works. plt.plot again. X vals tan. I'll try and make this in red. Then we're obviously going to save it, so savefig, plt.savefig, you'll get used to that one. And what will we call it? Just graph, we'll just say .png. Now if I run that code, all going well, that should, yeah. So this is a strange old graph because everything looks like it's on a line, but it makes sense because of the way tan is. So tan is like, obviously goes on up to infinity when it hits 0. Or not 0, but yeah, but it hits infinity at some stage, and that obviously doesn't work, and where it doesn't work very well with the graph when sine and cos just go up between 0 and 1, or minus 1 and 1 even. So it looks like a straight line, but that should be fine when you're on the tests. So yeah, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, obviously, just ask.